A dog is the only thing on earth that loves you more than he loves himself. Josh Billings' dog face Red Heart. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning, stretch, grab your phone, and completely ignore your dog. No good morning, head rubs, no belly scratches, no tail wagging breakfast routine. You just go about your day as if your four-legged best friend doesn't exist. At first, your dog tilts its head, confused. Maybe they just didn't see me, it thinks. So, they wag harder, follow you to the bathroom, and stare at you while you brush your teeth, classic dog behavior. But still, no response. No acknowledgement. Not even a side glance. And this is where the psychological unraveling begins. Because if you think ignoring your dog for a whole day is no big deal, you might want to reconsider. The consequences could range from adorable protests to absolute chaos. Think overturned trash cans, shredded couch cushions, the silent yet deadly revenge of an accident left in your favorite shoes. Oh, and the betrayal? That's a scar your dog may never emotionally recover from. But wait, what's actually happening inside your dog's mind when you ignore them? Does it affect their mental health? Could it damage your bond permanently? Or, do they even care? Today, we're diving deep into the psychology, emotions, and possible catastrophes that unfold when you give your dog the silent treatment for an entire day. Spoiler alert, they don't take it well. So, if you've ever wondered what would happen if you just pretended your dog didn't exist for 24 hours, buckle up. Because the results might surprise you. Or at the very least, make you appreciate your canine companion a whole lot more. The first hour of being ignored? Your dog is still hopeful. They assume it's a mistake. They try every trick in their little emotional arsenal. A wag. A bark. The signature, puppy eyes, attack. Maybe they bring you their favorite toy, drop it at your feet, and look at you like, come on, human. Just one fetch, one little toss, but still, nothing. This is where the panic starts. Your dog now thinks one of two things. 1, you've gone completely blind and deaf overnight. Or 2, they've done something so terrible that they are now officially cancelled. At this point, some dogs escalate their attention-seeking tactics. Maybe they start whining, jumping, or, if they're particularly dramatic, throwing themselves on the floor in theatrical despair. If your dog is a German Shepherd or a Belgian Malinois, good luck. They will now launch an FBI-level investigation into your behavior. Did you hit your head? Are you under some kind of spell? Should they call 911? But if nothing works, that's when frustration sets in. And frustration leads to creative rebellion. When a dog feels ignored, they don't just sit around feeling sorry for themselves. Oh no, they get even. Some dogs channel their frustration into destruction. That innocent-looking couch? It's about to experience an unscheduled remodel. Your shoes? They were great while they lasted. Your trash can? Oh, that's not a trash can anymore, it's now a personal excavation site. Others opt for a more strategic approach. They start targeting things that smell like you. That cozy sweater you left on the chair? It's now a chew toy. Your pillow? Marked as public enemy number 1. And then, there are the professionals. The masterminds. These dogs don't just destroy, they plot. They leave a single chewed sock in the middle of the room. Just one. Not enough to make a mess, but just enough for you to notice. And that's when you realize, your dog is fighting psychological warfare. At some point, though, even the most persistent dogs give up. They go from confusion to rebellion to sadness. This is the part that hurts. Your dog, who usually follows you around like a furry shadow, now starts distancing themselves. They retreat to a corner, curl up in a sad little ball, and let out those deep, heart-wrenching sighs. You know the ones. The kind that make you feel like the worst person alive. Some dogs even stop eating. Others withdraw completely, ignoring you right back. That's right, You've been reverse canceled. Now you're the one being ghosted. And if you think you'll just make up for it the next day with extra treats and belly rubs, you might want to reconsider. Some dogs hold grudges. From a scientific standpoint, ignoring your dog isn't just an emotional betrayal, it's actually stressful for them. Studies show that dogs experience separation anxiety, social rejection, and even depression when ignored for extended periods. Their cortisol levels, stress hormones, spike. Their heart rates go up. And because dogs are social animals who thrive on interaction, a full day of being ignored can actually damage their trust in you. Think about it this way. Imagine your best friend just stopped acknowledging your existence for an entire day. No talking, no eye contact, nothing. You'd start questioning everything. Did you do something wrong? Are they mad at you? Do they even like you anymore? That's exactly what's happening in your dog's mind. But what if your dog is the independent type? You might think, my dog doesn't even care when I'm gone. They'll be fine. Well, think again. Even the most aloof dogs, yes, even that husky who acts like they pay rent, notice when they're being ignored. Sure, at first, they might pretend they don't care. They might sprawl out on the floor, staring at the ceiling like an artist in deep thought. But trust me, it's an act. The moment you glance their way, even accidentally, they'll spring to life, proving that they were just waiting for you to break first. Some dogs play the long game. They won't whine, they won't destroy things, but they'll let the weight of their silent suffering crush your soul. Then, there's the food factor. Mealtime is sacred. The one thing dogs can always count on, no matter what. But what if you ignore them so well that you forget their breakfast? Oh, now you've done it. Your dog will stand by their bowl, staring at you like you just committed a crime against all of dogkind. If the silent treatment didn't break them before, this will. They'll start pacing. Maybe even barking. And if that still doesn't get your attention, they'll move on to more drastic measures, like knocking over their bowl dramatically, as if to say, "Are you serious right now?" For some dogs, missing a meal is a personal betrayal. And if they could, they'd be calling their lawyer. Bathroom time is another area where your absence is felt. Normally, your dog follows you into the bathroom like a loyal bodyguard, as if your safety is in grave danger every time you close the door. But today, no acknowledgement. No open door policy. Nothing. And for once, your dog is on the other side, feeling what you feel when they ignore your commands. So this is what abandonment feels like, they think as they stare at the door, utterly betrayed. Some dogs may even retaliate by making their own bathroom decisions. And not in the right place. You know what I mean. Then comes the paranoia. After hours of being ignored, your dog starts wondering if something much bigger is happening. Maybe you've lost your memory. Maybe you're under the control of an evil entity. Maybe, just maybe, you're planning to replace them with another dog. The idea horrifies them. That's when they get extra clingy. Following you from room to room, watching your every move, as if they're a detective gathering clues. And if they catch you petting another dog later that day? Oh, the betrayal will be legendary. And finally, there's the bedtime dilemma. Normally, your dog either sleeps in bed with you or at least near you, basking in the warmth of companionship. But tonight? Tonight, they don't know where they stand. Do they dare jump up next to you? Will they be ignored again? The hesitation is heartbreaking. And if they decide to sleep elsewhere, away from you, their silence will be deafening. That's when you'll realize, ignoring your dog for a day wasn't just an experiment, it was a mistake. A mistake that will take extra belly rubs, treats, and an apology tour to fix. By the end of the day, one of two things will happen. Either your dog forgives you immediately, and the second you acknowledge them again, their tail starts wagging like nothing ever happened. Because despite everything, they still love you. Dogs are better than humans, honestly. Or, your dog remembers. And they make you work for it. They might ignore you back for a few hours. Give you the cold shoulder. Pretend they don't hear you when you call them for dinner. Some dogs, particularly the smart ones, looking at you, huskies and Malinois, will even guilt trip you. They'll sigh dramatically. They'll make sure you see them sulking in the corner. They'll milk the betrayal for all it's worth. And you? You'll feel so guilty that you'll probably bribe them with treats, extra walks, and at least 3 guilt-ridden, "I'm so sorry" cuddles. If this made you look over at your dog and feel even a little guilty, don't worry, there's still time to make it up to them. Give them an extra belly rub, take them for a walk, or sneak them a treat, we won't tell. And if you love your dog as much as they love you, show them some appreciation by hitting that like button. Comment below and tell us, what's the funniest or most dramatic thing your dog has ever done to get your attention? And don't forget to subscribe for more pet content that'll make you laugh, learn, and love your furry friend even more. Now go give your dog some love, they deserve it. Dog face red heart.